Welcome back to N.Rajini Kiranmai YouTube channel. This video is going to help you to know about the structure of a Java program. Every Java program consists one or more class. And among those classes, one of the class for sure should contain a main method definition. And as we know, every class contains data members and the methods that are going to operate on those data members of that specific class. And moving to the method, a method again contains declaration part where we are going to define the data which we are going to use in that method, and the executable statements which are going to fulfill the subtask that is going to be performed by that specific method. And the Java program contains one or more sections that are displayed to the right of this slide. So here we are with the multiple sections over there, and let us look to the first section, that is documentation section. This section is going to contain the comment lines, and in Java we can use three different types of comment lines. One, single line comment, where this comment is going to start with double slash and ends with the end of the line. That's it. And second category is multi-line comment. If at all, if you wanted to comment about the program in more than one line, that is several lines, those several lines should be embedded between these two limiters, that is slash, asterisk, and ends with asterisk slash. And if you wanted to go for documentation comment, so this is the pattern that we are going to use. Now, the concept is, what is that you are going to keep in those comment lines? Generally, in the comment lines, we are going to talk about the name of the program, author, and other details. And these comment lines are ignored by the compiler. That means these lines are not executed or not translated by the compiler. And this is an optional section. If you wanted to use it, you can, or else you can just ignore it. Now moving to the package section. Second one is package treatment. If say suppose if you are using any package in your current Java program, then we are going to specify it saying with a keyword called package, and whatever the package that you are going to include, that name of the package is specified and ended with a semicolon. So this statement is going to tell to the compiler that in the current Java program, we are going to use the classes or methods that belongs to this class called student. If we are not using any of such things, then this package statement becomes optional. And the third one is import statement. So if we wanted to import any information or any content into your current program, we are going to write this statement, that is import java.io.asterisk. So this statement is just similar to hash include statement in your C programming language. So here we are importing Java input output package, which asterisk includes all the contents that are there within this application. Next comes the interface statement. And interface is just like a class where it contains some group of method declarations. And the general format of this interface is, first we are going to have a keyword called interface, and then the interface name. Within the begin and braces, we are going to have the variable declaration and methods declaration. And of course, this is an optional section and is used only when we wish to implement the multiple inheritance feature in the program. And the next section talks about the class definition. So this class definition can have more than one class definition. It's not restricted to only one class. A Java program can contain many classes, and multiple class definitions are going to be described at this location. And we know that Java is a pure object oriented. That's the reason why classes are the primary and essential elements of this Java program. And of course, these classes are going to map the real world problems. So the objects that are associated with the real world problems. And if say suppose that the number of classes are increased, then the complexity of the program also increases. And the next talks about the main method class. So this is the essential section of the Java program, and every Java program must contain one class where it contains the main method. Why? Because the main is the starting point for the execution. Always the execution begins from main. So the main method creates the object of various classes and establishes the communication between them. And the programs are terminated on reaching the end of our main method. Now let us look to a sample Java program. See, the Java program should be written on a text editor, say for example, Notepad. So in the Notepad, we are going to write the program. Here we are presenting a simple Java program, and every program contains a class or more than one class, and here we are using only one class, and the class name is sample1 is the class name. And because class name should start with a capital letter, I have used S as a capital, and of course O is also in a capital letter. And within the begin end, I have used the definition of main, that is public static void main, and within the main I have used the string args. And in this program, I have written only a printf statement saying welcome to Java program. To print in this particular statement, welcome to Java program, I have to write a system.out.println. After that, we are going to save this program with an extension called Java. And the name that we have to give to this file is the same class name, that is sample1.java should be the file name, because here the class name is sample1, and that's the reason why we are using the same name for the file. For sure, we have to use so. Once a program is saved, the next point that we have to do is we have to compile it and then execute it. So before going for the compilation and execution, let me explain about the public static void main and begin and braces and all. So any Java program starts with a class. Why? Because as we know, the Java is a object-oriented programming language, strictly follows object-oriented concepts. So every class will have a class name, and the keyword is class name. And the definition of a class is going to begin with a opening braces, and it is going to close with a closing braces. Within this begin end contains the statements, executable statements, and here we have presented public static void main, and within that strings args are there. And first let me explain about what is public. Public means this is accessible to all other classes. So that is the reason why we have used a keyword called public. So public is an access specifier. Moving to the word called static. So static is a word used that this belongs to the class but not to the object of the class. So if at all, if you wanted to refer it, for sure we have to use a class name. And another point that I want to represent is void. Void means it is a return type, saying that the main method does not return any value. And moving to the main, execution begins from the main value, and within that string args is there, where string args is a command line argument, and whatever the command line arguments we are going to give at the command line is taken into the variable array called args, and this arguments for sure will be of string type. And next one is system.out.println, where system is a class name, that is we call it as a wrapper class, and out is the standard output device object, and println is a method that is going to belong to this standard output device. So print in a new line, ln. We can use just a print or println, because we are using println. So it is going to print in a new line displays the message on the standard output device, and we are going to store with save this particular program which we have wrote in a notepad with an extension called sample1.java. Next is, once the program is saved, we have to compile it. To compile, so we have to use a command saying javac and the file name, that is sample1.java. So if there is any error, it is going to display the error messages, and if the program is correct, then a class file is created saying same name, that is sample1.class, and again the DOS prompt is shown. And once the DOS prompt is displayed, there you are going to execute your Java program with a command saying Java, and we are going to just write the sample one, that is the class name alone, no need of any extension. So here, after the execution, you are going to get the output. Thank you for watching this video.